What's up, guys? And yeah, you know how it really goes here. I start up the stream, and I get to the little commentary that I do, and a very calm gameplay. But in this episode, more along the lines I've come across that I was able to find it in my mods. And, well, with haste, I ended up building a sky platform to post this beast up on it. Now, given the circumference or the area that I'm able to build, it only allows me to go up to so high before it cuts me off. Oh, what's up, Insomniatic? So it'll boot me out here in just a second. There, see, it already did. Alright, give me 1 second, Insomniatic. Little beach. Yeah, sorry, I'm kind of switching the screen up real quick. This isn't live, but, oh, there we are. Huh. Alright, there we go. Ow, ow, ooh, 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 what the fuck was that? I don't know. That was my foot. So how is Insomniatic today? Yeah, you're pretty good. What have you been up to, really?
Yeah.
Guys, you were foolish the last time you were in here.
Tell us apart.
My back hurts, my feet hurt. Everything hurts.
I knew you were going to ask that. And in all honesty, without the benefit of the doubt, I can't recall because it was a long time ago. I'm not just going to make up a day and time in my head and say you did this. But there was a reason as to why I took your mod off. I don't just do it for no reason. Would you like an apple pie with that? Would you like an apple pie with that? Ding, da dun, ding, da dun, ding, da dun, ding, da dun. All said and done, all said and done, all said and done.
Come on now, rookie!
You playing hide and seek? Really want this to be the last mug you see?
Yes, I do. And you have to come up and get it. Oh, yes. Yeah, he's good. Valentine, little biatch. Dick Valentine. You can make it. You can do it. Oh, you take that shot.
Well, it's the detective. Tracking down another wayward husband to his mistress?
Why? Someone stand you up?
You trying that, what do you call it? Evasive language on me? And who are you, huh? Valentine's new dick in training?
We're hiring, but, I don't think you'd measure up.
Don't be like that. You just got the look of someone who's in the market for a little insurance.
I don't think he'd measure up.
Insurance. I'm listening.
That's right. Insurance. Personal protection, like. You hand over everything you got in them pockets, or accidents start happening to you. Big, bloody accidents.
Whoa, time out. Nick Valentine makes a rare visit to town, and you're asking
I'll smash the fuck out of you.
Good to see you
Finn.
again, Nick.
Cock? What do you care? He ain't one of us.
No love for your mayor, Finn? I said let him go.
You soft, Hancock. You keep letting outsiders walk all over us. One day, there'll be a new mayor.
Come on, man. This is me we're talking about. Let me tell you something. Now, why'd you have to go and say that, huh? Breaking my heart over here. You all right, brother?
I'm fine. Thanks for taking care of him.
Good. Now don't let this incident taint your view of our little community. Good neighbors of the people, for the people. You feel me? Everyone's welcome.
Yeah, I feel you.
Good. You stay cool, and you'll be part of the neighborhood. So long as you remember who's in charge.
Yep. I got you on that one right there, birdie. Birdie. Bia. Ab gunst to go take a shower. Yeah, you goes and takes that shower, yeah. And then you get back, you say hi. I do apologize. Give me 1 second, fellers. Fellers. Alright, getting back to the game now. In the memory den.
Well,
How it do?
Mr. Valentine. I thought you had
What up,
forgotten
bitch?
about below me.
May have walked out of the den, Irma, but I'd never walk out on you.
Oh no, you wouldn't. Wouldn't you?
Amari's downstairs.
You take that mechanical rod and shove it right at her. La, 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 la. Dude, go ahead. Get my suit on. Do I go over to this bitch?
Here for Amari? She's downstairs.
Oh, okay. I just said that a little bit louder. A little bit louder. Shh.
Dr. Amari?
Yes. I take it this isn't a social call.
What is up, homies? And thank you for tuning in. No, this is about Kellogg's.
We need your
brain,
help, Doctor.
bitch.
I need the memories from a
Need you
man
to tap
named
into
Kellogg.
some gray matter for
But he's
me.
dead.
I know it's asking for a miracle, Amari.
Whip out a
But
spoon
you've
and
pulled
a
off
bowl,
the
'cause I
impossible
got you
before.
soup.
Are you two mad? Putting aside the fact that you're asking me to defile a
Damn
corpse,
straight, Frickles.
you don't realize that the memory simulators require intact, living brains to function.
No, they don't.
Please. Nick told me you're the only one who can make this work.
This dead brain had inside knowledge of the Institute, Amari. The biggest scientific secret of the Commonwealth. You need this, and so do we.
Fine. I'll take a look. But no guarantees. Do you have it with you?
Here's what I could find.
What's this? This isn't a brain. This is... Wait. That's the hippocampus. And this thing attached to it? A neural interface?
Those circuits look awfully familiar.
I'm not surprised. From what I've seen, all Institute technology has a similar architecture.
So the brain is still good, right?
Possibly. There's no sign of decay, so the tech is probably preserving the tissue, injecting some kind of compound to keep it stable. But there's no way
That's
to
weird
access
as
the
fuck.
memories inside without a compatible port.
You're talking about me, right? I'm an old synth. If the Institute built me out of similar parts, we might have an in.
There could be long-term side effects. I don't know where to even begin with listing the risks.
Don't bother. I don't need to hear them. Plug me in, Doc.
You really think this'll work, Nick?
No idea. But we got a missing kid on the line. That's worth the risk.
Whenever you're ready, Mr.
Okay.
Valentine, just sit down.
If I start cackling like an old grizzled mercenary, pull me out, okay?
Let's see here.
Basically like a teen plaza.
I need you to keep talking to me, Mr. Valentine. Any slight change in your cognitive functions could be dire. Are you feeling any different?
There's a lot of flashes. Static. I can't make sense of any of it, Doc.
That's what I was afraid of. The mnemonic impressions are encoded. It appears the Institute has one last failsafe. There's a lock on the memories in the implant.
Gotcha. That's pretty interesting right there.
Is Nick gonna be okay?
Yes, the connections appear to be stable. Hopefully, it'll be as simple as unplugging the implant once we're done. But that doesn't get around the current problem. The memory encryption is too strong for a single mind. But what if we use two? We load both
Ooh.
you and Mr. Valentine
I could
into
have
the
thought of
memory
that
lounger.
myself.
Run your cognitive functions in parallel. He'll act as a host, while your consciousness drives through whatever memories we can find.
All right. Let's get started.
Just sit down over there, and keep your fingers crossed.
See you on the other side.
not in combat, am I?
Amari.
Just sit in the memory lounger when you're ready.
Why does it say that I'm in combat? I can't do that while in combat. What the fuck?
Barely tell us apart.
Hey everyone, gather around. Let's take a breather. Shoot the fat. Now I know you all are doing your own thing, but I don't want anyone here to forget what matters. Hey, Daisy, glad you could make it. How's my favorite girl doing? Didn't I see you on a date with Rowski the other day?
He wishes.
All right, we're getting off track. What was I saying? Oh, that's right. What matters. We freaks gotta stick together. And the best way to stick together is to keep an eye out for what drives us apart. You feel me?
Yeah, you tell it like it is, Hancock.
Now, what out there in our big, friendly Commonwealth would want to drive us apart? What kind of twisted, unneighborly boogeyman would want to hurt our peaceful community?
The Institute and their sins.
That's right. Who said that? Coming up to my office later. You've earned yourself some jet. The Institute.
Oh, you've earned
They're
yourself
the
some
real
drugs
enemy.
just for
Not
saying
the
the right
raiders.
thing.
Not the super mutants. Not even those
We're
tools
gonna
over
party
in Diamond City.
righteous.
I don't know, Hancock. I'd sure love to give McDonough a kick in the ass.
Hey, we all know I got my own personal beef with that lardhead. But stay focused. Now, I want everyone to keep the Institute in mind. When someone starts acting funny. When people are doing things they don't normally do. When family starts pushing you away for no reason. We all know who's behind that kind of shit. And the only way to stop it is to stick together. They can't control us if we're not afraid. Now, who's scared of the Institute?
Not us.
And which town in the Commonwealth should the Institute not fuck with?
Good neighbor.
And who's in charge of Good Neighbor?
Of the people, for the people. Remain silent during the speech.
Remain silent during the speech, she says.
my god.
Oh shit. Oh, don't even do that. God damn it. I gotta stare at the ground while I move across. Living for me. It's easy living, it's easy to live. When you're in love, then I'm so in love. There's nothing in life but you.
Who's there?
Let me take the helmet off your decapitated body, bitch.
Who? Hey.
Keep firing!
Huh?
Yeah, it probably is. Ha! Yeah. No. No. Fucking shit. Oh, there's a wall safe. Oh, you fucking cunt.
Got it.
Damn straight you did, bitch. Damage. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah! Fucking raiders, man. Oh.
Need to find the card.
Maybe I'm a fool, but it's mine. People say you rule me with one wave of your hand. Darling, it's planned. They just don't understand. Living for me, it's easy living, it's easy to love. You're in love, and I'm so in love. There's nothing in life but you.
Out there! Somewhere! Somewhere. Can't hide forever.
Yes.
Initiating brainwave migration between the transplant and the host. Mnemonic activity coming from the transplant. It's degenerated, but it's there. We're going to load you into the strongest memories we can find. They might not be stable. Just hold on. Can you hear me? Ah, good. The simulation appears to be working, although the memories are quite fragmentary. I'll try to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location. There. This is the earliest intact memory I can find. Remember, you are experiencing these memories as Kellogg. This may prove disorienting at first.
At this moment, we are all citizens of the new California Republic. I'm sure that's gonna take some getting used to for a lot of us.
What a joke.
Waiting for this day.
Mom knew how it was. She wasn't soft, but she loved me in her way. And she protected me from Dad. That cost her more than a few beatings. I never knew what happened to her after I left. I didn't want to know. Not then.
What's it mean, Mom? Nothing, Connie. People like to talk and hope someone else is going to keep them safe.
I was such a dummy back then. What did I know about how the world worked? I think now she wanted me to kill him. I should have. Instead, I ended up running away. I told myself I wanted to find somewhere out from under the thumb of the NCR and all their rules. But really, I was running from the guilt of not protecting her from Dad. It doesn't matter now, though.
Teacher at school said the NCR...
This doesn't seem to be what we're looking for. There appears to be another intact memory close to you in temporal sequence. There. Try that one.
It's gonna be fine. You'll see.
But we don't know anybody here. And now, with the baby?
Come on, Sarah. You've got to give it a chance. I finally got steady work with a good outfit. Nothing like that in the NCR these days. The thing about happiness is you only know you had it when it's gone. I mean, you may think to yourself that you're happy, but you don't really believe it. You focus on the petty bullshit or next job or whatever. It's only looking back, by comparison with what comes after, that you really understand. That's what happiness felt like.
No, I'm not saying this was a mistake. I'm just... Are you sure these guys know what they're doing? They seem kind of green.
I know, but that's where I come in. Just wait, and if you... I was the worst thing that ever happened to her. If she'd never met me, she'd have stayed in the hub, maybe hooked up with someone who didn't kill people for a living. Probably been happier than she was with me. Almost certainly lived longer. 2 years, I'll be running my own crew. As soon as I make the connections I need. Then I can give you anything you want. Whatever made me think that a guy like me should have a daughter? No, I never deserved her. Not for 1 second. A little Mary, too.
Let's keep looking. I'll connect you to the next intact memory.
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg? You thought you could just fuck with us, and we wouldn't fuck with you? Just so you know, they died like dogs. And you weren't there to help them.
I found another memory to try. I'll connect you.
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg?
Mind if we sit down?
Suit yourself.
So, I hear you'll take care of people's problems. Is that right?
If you pay me.
Oh, we'll pay you. And, you'll do this all by yourself?
That's right.
We pay you when the job's done. Is that okay?
That's the way you want to do it? So who do you want dead?
Well, it's like this. There's his family. Lives down the creek a ways.
Well, we seem to be getting closer. Try this next one.
Mr. Kellogg, I'm glad you decided to meet with me.
So, you're with the Institute. I wanted to see for myself if you really existed.
We do, as you can see.
What do you want?
It's come to my attention that you've been rather disruptive of our operations lately. This must stop.
I do what people pay me to do. If that's a problem for you, I could see only one way out.
And what's that, Mr. Kellogg?
If I'm working for you, there's no more problem. From what I hear, you can afford me.
I don't think you fully understand the situation you're in.
I think I do.
Very well. B-748, initiate. Impressive. We may have something to talk about after all.
Getting warmer. One of these has got to tell us something. We're running out of brain here. There's one that looks mostly intact. Connecting now.
Manual override initiated. Cryogenic stasis suspended.
Vault computers are still working. That's good. Checking through the logs. Hopefully it's all...
Just find it.
Pod C6. Down the hall near the end.
This is the one. Here.
Open it.
Is it over? Are we okay?
Almost. Everything's going to be fine.
Come here. Come here, baby.
No, I've got him.
Let the boy go. I'm only going to tell you once.
I'm not giving you Sean!
God damn it. Get the kid out of here. Let's go. At least we still have the backup.
Cryogenic sequence reinitialized.
What's the holdup?
I'm almost finished, Kellogg. I just need to confirm. Come on. All right, we're good.
I'm sorry you had to go through that again. I found another intact memory. Whenever you're ready. Is that your son? This appears to be a very recent memory. So, good news, I think.
Wasn't my idea to settle down with the kid in the middle of Diamond City. I thought it was a terrible idea, actually. But it was one of the old man's pet projects, so here we were. Me and the kid. Like a happy little family. I ended up kind of liking it. A reminder of what my life might have been if things had turned out differently. But there's no going back. I knew it was just temporary. It'd be back to normal business before too long. This whole setup in Diamond City was part of some elaborate plan of the old man's. Seems obvious now that we were bait for our friend from the vault. Timing couldn't have been an accident. It's not how the old man works. I wonder if he outsmarted me in the end. Another loose end tied up.
Kellogg.
It's okay. One of these days you're gonna get your head blown off just barging in here like that.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians is a priority.
Forget I said anything. So what's the big crisis this time?
New orders for you. One of our scientists has left the Institute.
Left? As in?
He's gone rogue. Name's Dr. Brian Virgil. We know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing sea. Here's his file.
Wow. Some heads are gonna roll for this. Capture and return, or just elimination?
Elimination. He was working on a highly classified program.
No kidding. One of the top bioscience boys? Damn. So, I guess you're taking the kid back with you. The new breed of synths could easily pass as human. Some of them did. But the coursers, they weren't built to blend in. They were killing machines, pure and simple. Smarter, stronger, and faster than almost any real human. I'm just glad they were always on my side.
Affirmative. Your only mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
You're taking me home to my father?
Yes. Stand next to me and hold still.
Okay.
But the cry, and I can't get over crying.
X688, ready to relay with Sean.
Bye, Mr. Kellogg. I hope I see you again soon.
Bye.
And nobody
Teleportation. Now it all makes sense. Nobody's found the entrance to the Institute because there is no entrance. Let me pull you out of there as soon as you're ready.
How much I care for you. It's all over, but the dream. Poor little dream that keeps trying to come true. It's all over, but the crying, and I can't get over crying.
Slow movements, okay? I don't know what kind of side effects the procedure might have had. No one's ever done this before. How do you feel?
I'm okay, Doctor. Thank you.
That's good, but I want you to keep monitoring yourself. We have to be sure there's no long-term damage. Are you ready to talk about what happened in there?
You were along for the ride, weren't you? You saw what I saw.
Yes, but it's important we review everything together, in case either of us missed anything.
I saw Kellogg's life. The man who ruined my family. The man I killed.
That's right. He was a human being just like the rest of us, and he had reasons for being what he was, however cruel. How does that make you feel?
It wasn't all his fault. I can't blame him for everything that happened.
If I were a priest, I would say forgiveness is a good thing. We're getting off track. The important thing is that we discovered the Institute's greatest secret, teleportation. The only question is, what do we do now?
That scientist Kellogg was supposed to track down. Virgil, we need to find him.
You're right. A rogue Institute scientist could answer all kinds of questions. Where did the memory say he was? The glowing sea? That doesn't make sense. No one goes there. Not even if they were desperate.
That's why he's there. To make the Institute think twice about following him.
That must be it. He's using the radiation in the glowing sea like a shield or a cloak, a way to throw them off and be at an advantage. If Virgil found a way to survive there, you'll have to do the same. If you're going to follow him.
How do I fight that much radiation, Doctor?
There are chemical compounds. Rad-X, Radaway. You'd need as much as you could carry. Maybe more. A sealed environment suit would be great, if you could find one. Or maybe one of those suits of power armor? That would be perfect.
I'll find a way to get through the rads. Don't worry.
Good luck. And be safe. By the way, I unplugged Mr. Valentine first. Removed the implant while you were waking up. He's waiting for you upstairs.
Nick.
Hope you got what you were looking for inside my head. That was right. I should have killed you when you were on ice.
I love you too, baby.
What did you say?
What? What are you talking about?
You sounded like Kellogg just then.
Did I? Huh. Mari said there might be some mnemonic impressions left over. Anyway, I feel fine, so let's get going.
We have to head into the glowing sea. Any advice?
I'm a synth, so radiation isn't much of an issue for me, but an old suit of power armor might just be the guardian angel you're looking for. That, or you could buy up all the Rad-X and Rad-Away you can find from any chem dealer who's got it in stock.
Let's get going, Nick.
Been one heck of a ride so far. Let's see where it takes us next. Good neighbor. Lowest place in the Commonwealth. Everything not nailed down rolls through here at some point.
Yeah, it does. Alright. I will be right back, fellas. And I can't...
Nah, you know how affairs go. Sooner or later, someone gets jealous, and then someone's gonna get shot.
Whoever this Brotherhood of Steel is, I'm not buying that. We come in peace, malarkey.
Well, hey there. Been a long time. How you holding up?
Nick? Oh, hey. Yeah, I'm doing all right. It's hard without Gwen. Glad it gets easier every day.
Yeah, that's real good to hear. Well, I just wanted to check in. If you ever need anything, you stop by the office.
Sure, you got it. Thanks, Nick. Hey, Nick.
Morning. mind keeping an eye out for a second? Gotta run a diagnostic. Phew. Thanks. What'd I miss?
Hey. What, you dry? Head over to the third rail. Looks like we got another freak, just won't fit anywhere else.